Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yugioh here with a deck profile for you guys. This is my Blue-Eyes Piper deck. Now, I got a request to do this deck profile on one of my older videos that I did. I had some replays of my Blue-Eyes Piper deck, and that was like before Silver's Cry was announced. It was like when only I think Maiden and Azure Eyes were only announced at that point in time. I built the deck. It's a fun deck. It is a fun deck. It was a lot of fun, but this is more like a fun deck in my opinion. This isn't really a deck that I would say is a competitive deck. I wouldn't really take this to like a regionals or YCS and expect to do good. This is more something that you just have fun with, possibly like in a local type of area. Not something that really to be taken seriously. So I'm saying that right now because it's Mystic Piper, it can be sort of inconsistent. Because Mystic Piper does add some basis of luck factor into the deck because you pretty much give him your normal summon for the hopes of possibly getting a +1 off of him. Or getting some type of protection from him, things like Battlefield, or if you're playing with Scarecrow. So there are a lot of things you have to factor in Mystic Piper. So because of that, I wouldn't really recommend taking this to any higher level event. I would definitely keep this at a local level event, but hey, maybe one of y'all, anybody's watching this, could definitely take the deck and run with it and make it into an amazing competitive deck. Who knows? There's no telling what people will do. But anyway, this is Blue-Eyes Piper. So first up, we have Triple Mystic Piper. Pretty much, I think the self-explanatory since it's a Mystic Piper deck. To go with him is to try to get a +2 off of him. Not +2, a +1 off of him by being able to draw 2 cards. Pretty much if you don't know what he does, you tribute Mystic Piper, and then you draw 1 card. If it is a level 1 monster, you reveal it to your opponent, and you draw an extra card. So pretty much you can essentially draw 2 cards for the price of 1. It's a neat little trick. It's a pretty fun little card to use. Then you have Double Yugioh. Pretty much it is to help me reuse Mystic Piper over and over and over and over again. When Kinka's normal summoned, I can special summon 1 level 1 monster, very quickly. Yeah, 1 level 1 monster from my graveyard. And then, in base, it goes back, and when it leaves the field, it gets destroyed. But pretty much, you really want to go for Mystic Piper, tribute off Piper, to get more advantage. This is one of the primary bases of any Mystic Piper deck, and this is one of the disadvantages of the deck. Because, again, just like Piper, how you're using your normal summon, you'll be using your normal summon with Yugioh. So you really don't want to completely overuse Yugioh unless you have loads and loads of protection to really make sure that you are safe from any OTKs or attacks. One of the ways is, of course, Triple Battle Fader. Battle Fader's Battle Fader. I'm not running any traps. I need protection from attacks, so Battle Fader is just a good card, and it's the Battle Phase right then and there. It was a very good card. Then we have Double Effect Fader just to negate some effects, and also level 1, so it's a level 1 tuner as well, so I can do some synchro summons if I still wish to avail her, but mainly she's there just to kind of negate effects. Pretty much the MVP with any Blue Eyes deck is Maiden. Maiden is one of the such an annoying card. It really is, especially in the mirror matches. Especially like you and your opponent have like Maiden on the field, like pass, 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 pass. Let's just go play some Goldfish because it's one of the most annoying things to deal with. Maiden can protect herself from attacks and get a free 3000 B stick from your hand, deck, or graveyard. It's nuts. And also, when it's talking about card effect, you get a free 3000 B stick from your hand, deck, or graveyard. The good part about Maiden is the fact that you only activate her effect once per turn, and only once that turn. So if you activate the first effect, which prevents her negates the attack, you can't like go, oh, I activate Book of Moon now, I activate Forbidden Lands, and I get a second one. You don't really get 2, so that's the good part about Maiden. It makes her a little bit more balanced. One of the downsides to Maiden is the fact that your opponent can play around Maiden. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because they have to get rid of Maiden. They have to waste resources, like they'll have to waste a Dark Hole or something to get rid of Maiden. So that's also a good thing because then that's a Dark Hole you don't have to worry about. And it's also a bad thing because then they can just maybe waste something they don't really need on Maiden and just go for the kill because they can use a targeting effect on their turn and she get free Blue Eyes, but at the same time she is now vulnerable to attacks, and that's also pretty bad. So she's a double-edged sword, pretty much. That's the thing about Maiden. She is a double-edged sword. You have to remember that about Maiden. You have to. It's pretty much like you have to really think about ways to protect her. Then, of course, Triple Whitestone Legend, it's Whitestone as Blue White into level 1 tuner, so Dragon Tuner, to be honest. So, yeah, I think that's all I can really say about Whitestone. Double Blue White Dragon. 3 is kind of clunky and cloggy, because it's not like, I don't really get him out of my hand as fast as some other decks can, so just, and plus I can automatically just recycle him with things like, Azurize or stuff like that, so, then we have Double Caius. Since I'm running things like Battle Fader, why not play Caius? It's just a nice way to get advantage on my opponent and be able to maybe take some games. Caius is so good. Double Dragodia, 1 Gorse. Again, just like Battle Fader, I'm not playing any traps, so both these cards are very good, especially Gorse. Since I have nothing really continuous on the field besides maybe like Wonder Wand or something like that, Gorse can really be utilized quite effectively, and I get some free awesome tokens. And then Track is because of the level manipulation and the fact that I can easily keep a pretty big hand with this type of deck. Because Piper, if you're lucky, you can continuously drawing cards off of Piper. Then of course BLS and Chaos Sorcerer, Lights and Darks. I don't really need to explain these two, why they're good, why they're in here. For the spells, you have Double Wonder Wand. Pretty much is one of the ways to utilize Maiden. Talking to equip her Wonder Wand, especially from Blue Eye, and then you can either tribute her to draw 2, or you can Synchro Summon for a Synchro Monster. So it's pretty much up to you. It just adds draw power to the deck, is what it really does. Then you have Double Cards Consonance for added draw power. Then you have Double Trade, again for more draw power. I might drop Trade-In down to 1 for some other stuff, because I'm only running like 2 Blue Eyes of Dragon, and I don't really want to trade in a PLS. That would be kind of crappy. You have a 1 for 1, because, well, hey, look, all my level 1 monsters! Gets made to feel a lot more faster. Then we have a Dark Hole, Double Amnesty, Triple Silver Scry. I know I'm only playing 2 Vanillas, but it's still a very good card, because it can always be sent to the graveyard, detached for an exceed material. Silver Scry is just an overall good card to have in any really Blue Ice deck. Then you have Double Forbidden Lance, because Lance protects your shit, it triggers Maiden, it's just a good card. I might actually check out a trade-in for a 3rd Lance, because Lance is such a good card in this deck. Really should run at least 2 Lances in any pretty much Blue Ice deck. So, as for the Action deck is sort of thrown around a little bit, because there's some things, I rarely go into some of these cards, only when I really need to. So, we have Triple Azurize, Silver Dragon. Pretty much just the main card you're going to protect my dragons, 3000 wall, and I can just special summon Blue Eyes by Dragon from my graveyard, so why not? Formula Synchro, since I'm running level 1 tuner to level 1 non-tuner, so I can get a free draw of a formula. Black Rose Dragon, because again, my level 1 tuners, plus I do have a couple level 6 monsters, so in case I need a Black Rose nuke. We have Stardust, Crimson, and Scrap Dragon for when I have a level 7 monster in the field. Pretty much mainly for when I have Gores, I can just summon them, sync with him or the token, and go for one of these synchros. Then we have 2 Slacker Magicians, need defense, and she's a very good defense. We actually have a number 54 Lionheart. You can bring him out quite effectively if you have Battle Fader already on the field. You can summon King of Bio, special summon like maybe Mystic Piper, and then yeah, you got number 54. It's a pretty good card. It's basically pretty much like your Yugioh. For those who don't know what he does, this face-up attack position card cannot be destroyed by battle. When you take battle damage from battles involving this card, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount of battle damage you took. If this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation in either player's turn, you can attach 1 material from this card. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from that battle. So it's a pretty nice little card to kind of chop down some life points that your opponent has. So it's a nice little surprise factor. Then you have a Thunder and Dragon, a number 107, Felgrand, freaking love this card, and then we have a Heroic Sun Dragon. But anyway, that is Blue Eyes Piper. Like I said, I wouldn't exactly consider this a competitive deck, this is more of a fun deck, but go ahead, try it out, play with it, you know. And yeah, if there's any decks you want me to like deck profile or use in duels and stuff like that, feel free to put those decks in the comment section below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. So, anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and bye.